one dark passage after another. Somebody wrote a joke on the locker. An American and a Russian submarine meet in the Atlantic. The Russian brags, "We were 3 months underwater and have submerged the North Pole." The Americans say, "Ha! We were 6 months underwater and even made it around the world once." It begins to bubble next to them. An old German submarine appears. The hatch goes up and the captain enters the lookout. "Is the war over?" Locked, of course. Yegor Sobolev should be there. I hear something. So let's see. The first officer's bed. I am so not interested in that right now. A soft pillow. There's a cabinet over the bed, but it's locked with a passcode lock. Yegor Sobolev likes world literature and in the original languages, English and French. There are just a few parts missing. Quite a demanding hobby. I do not need the chair right now. As long as Yegor Sobolev is here, I can't do this. A telephone for internal communication. Through this, the first officer can always be contacted. As long as Yegor Sobolev is here, I can't do this. Just a few books, some personal stuff, and, oh yes, dust. A crossbow without a string. This is exactly what you need 500 meters below the sea. Yegor Sobolev is the first officer on board here. In the hierarchy, he is second in rank after the captain.
Well, well, I am glad that you've come to visit me.
I hope I'm not disturbing you.
Not at all. I will be solely in the company of sailors for the weeks ahead, so I am pleased to see such a pretty young lady before we sail off.
You are very charming.
Because of the weeks at sea with so many sailors. But you are certainly not here only because of me. What can I do for you? A letter?
Yes, for one of your sailors.
I really don't like that. Post has to come officially.
Of course, and I don't want to break the rules. But since the Kursk sails off, it seemed safer to bring the letter with me. You know how important it is for the sailors to keep in contact with their families.
You have a soft heart. Which sailor are we talking about?
Osip Gerasimov.
Gerasimov? Of course, hard-working guy. You know what? I'll bring him the letter.
I don't want to keep you from work. I know how busy a man in your position could be before sailing off.
You're right. Go to the sailor's accommodation, room E8. However, if you don't find him, you'll have to try again later.
Thank you, Yegor Sergeyevich. Osip Gerasimov is not here. He probably has something to do. The first verse of our hymn, the patriotic song in Cyrillic. Praise our free Father. It seems like this desk doesn't get used very often. A chair, matching the desk. What else should be here? A shoe with torn shoelace. I should leave it here. The shoelace is pretty strong. At least they still produce these using naval quality standards. What do I need the shoelace for? On the other hand, one never knows. Neat and clean, and nothing of interest for me here, unfortunately. A few volumes of Tolstoy. Did he ever think he would be reading hundreds of meters below the sea? Mostly empty. A hidden compartment in the drawer. Someone has his secrets. The small compartment is locked. That's quite typical for a sailor. Some neatly folded clothes and a few personal items. That's quite typical for a sailor. This one is empty. There is some chaos in this capsule. I don't want to know what happens if one of the high officer finds out. A few clothing items, some notes, personal stuff. Not really interesting. A few clothing items, some notes, That's empty. That's quite typical for a sailor. A computer system with access to the Kursk's central server.
Please, don't touch anything. You're not authorized.
The radar system. Without radar and sonar, submarines are blind. A thin blanket with an atomic reactor aboard. It should not get too cold. That is Petrov's chair. The console seems to be quite new. I have no reason to send a radio signal. A metal locker.
Please, don't touch. What a nice lady. Please tell me you're coming with us as our lucky charm.
I hate to disappoint you, but I'll be gone before the ship sails.
Shame. But I guess it's better for you.
Why?
I should not say that. You know, I like my job. But when you're at sea, it's almost impossible to stay in touch with the rest of the world. Often, for a long time, it's difficult.
That I can imagine.
Let's take my family. Alyosha, that is, my brother, he's such a pain in the neck. If I miss contacting my family on a holiday, you have no idea what he thinks he has to tell me. How does he think I can call home when we are sailing somewhere just above the ocean ground? But he always snags me by saying, "You forgot Mother's birthday."
Do you know where Osip Gerasimov has service today?
I'm sorry, but I don't know. I think at the weapons control room or in the air supply.
Is that noted in the central computer?
The work schedule is made by the first officer. Sometimes he puts it in the computer, but not always. But he can give you the information.
I understand that. Thanks a lot.
I'm sorry, but I don't know.
Well, no. No, that does not make sense. I don't believe this will work. This might be useful at some point. This might be useful at some point. Sorry, is that yours? I found it on the ground outside the cabins.
Oh, thanks a lot. I must have lost it.
It says something about mother, birthday, and the 20th. Say, isn't today the 20th?
Oh dear, you're right. Mamushka's 55th. Excuse me, I need to go to the captain right now to ask for permission to wish her happy birthday.
Happy to be of help wherever I can. A thin blanket with an atomic reactor. No. So let's see whether we can find out where Osip had and has service. Osip Gerasimov had served in the missile control room and in the air supply recently. Leonid Korybernikov has keycards for these rooms. Yegor Sobolev, too. Maybe I can manage to snatch one of them. He is very friendly and quite nice. Osip Gerasimov?
Yes? Who are you and what are you doing here?
Osip Gerasimov?
Yes? Who?
I have something that belongs to you. A letter. From your wife. She is touched because of the promotion and the money that you sent that your children needed so desperately.
What? Who the hell are you?
You are messing with the wrong people, Gerasimov.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The money in your apartment, the circuit boards. You play with very bad guys, Gerasimov, and that will cost you your life in the future.
How do you know? I haven't spoken with anyone.
I'm on your side, Osip. If you want to see your children again, you should tell me about a few things.
What? I don't think that you...
Have you got nothing to do, Gerasimov? Get back to work.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me, I have to work.
Bloody hell! I almost had him! 2 more minutes and he would have told me everything. I have to keep trying. Then I'll find out something. That's quite typical for a sailor. Some neat... The small compartment is locked. Ah, there's a little mobile fitting spring in this lock. If I could reach that... I need to find out as much as possible about Osip Gerasimov and other crew members like Weapons Officer Leonid Korybernikov and the First Officer Yegor Sobolev. Looks like Sobolev hasn't closed his door completely. Here is a work schedule and some other documents. Let's see. Osip Gerasimov had continuous service in the last 2 weeks, so he had nothing to do directly with the disappearance of Arthur. Today he is on duty in the air supply, refilling of extinguishing gas. Good to know. A drawer. Let's see. A color stain. I wonder where it came from. That does not make sense. To access the air supply, I will definitely need a keycard. I don't know the combination. If I start trying numbers randomly, I will still be here in a few months. To access the air supply, I will definitely need a keycard.
Golov! Clean the floor outside my door at once!
This toothbrush looks like Brezhnev's eyebrows. Yuck. Dear children, change your toothbrush regularly. This gross thing is certainly not good for your little teeth. Auntie Milena will throw it away now. You can thank me later. With this toothbrush, I can reach the lock. And click. There's something in there. A key ring, 2 big keys, and a small one. Key. you go. What do we have here? A plastic bucket to clean the floor. Nobody would hire me as a cleaning lady here on board. So now the mop bucket is filled with water. To access the air supply, I will definitely need a keycard. The door is not completely sealed. All the water runs now into Korabernikov's cabin.
Golov! You're shaming the Russian Navy! You should clean the floor, not sink the Kursk! You, what are you doing here? Do you see this mess? He should clean the floor. My whole room is flooded. Golov, where are you?
Can I help you?
No, you can't.
Off I go. Osip Gerasimov. Something is wrong here. There's no air to breathe. A short piece of electric cable. Osip, he is unconscious. This gas canister is leaking. I have to turn the gas off. In his hand, there's a button from an officer's jacket. I can't help him now. The safety door is locked. Damn, I am locked in here. I need to get out. Locked. Damn it. The access panel for the door. Maybe I can short-circuit it. No! I need to interrupt the cable that locks the door. I interrupted the cable that locks the door. Now I need another one to connect those two connectors. No, that does not make sense. Good. The door should be open. Time to get out of here.
Rig for sea, Mr. Sobolov.
Aye, Captain. Rig for sea. Clear the deck. Cast off. Half speed ahead. That's the bed where the doctor performs the treatment.
How do you feel?
Like 20 bears dance the Cossack choke inside my head. But nevertheless, I'm fine, thank you.
You were lucky you breathed in just a bit of the extinguisher gas. Just a few more minutes in that room
And?
Exodus. But if you take a little rest, you'll be up and running in no time.
Doctor, the sailor who was in the chamber with me, is he alright?
Not allowed to tell you. Sorry. Get some rest and do nothing for a while, young lady, and you will feel better soon. Please stay in bed, young lady.
Medical files. Probably Osip Gerasimov's. I need to read that.
Please leave that. The files are confidential.
A sink. That gives me an idea. I still feel a little woozy. I'd better stay here for a bit. I am thirsty, Doctor.
Yes, my young lady. This is the aftermath of the gas poisoning. You will have plenty of thirst in the next few days, and you also need to drink. Here you go. Here you go.
Thank you. It's not a good idea to turn your back on the lovely Milena. Cause of death, cardiac arrest, caused by inhaling a large volume of extinguishing gas. My only trace. Well, that sucks. Cabin number 3 seems to have been his. Maybe I find more information there. Doctor, about the accident protocol. You can ask me now. I feel good enough.
Thank you, Mrs. But the case has already been closed.
So quickly? But
Death by inhalation of extinguishing gas. It can't be more clear.
if you change your mind, I can give you a description of what I saw.
This won't be anything I haven't already seen.
He had bruises and other wounds.
Of course, but that happened during his fall, and thus it is irrelevant. Believe me, this wasn't the first time I've seen something like that. Just recently, same story, gross negligence from the sailors. Can't believe they recruit such idiots. Well, now talk less and rest more, okay, ma'am? I don't want to see you here again.
Here, equipment for emergency care can be connected. For example, devices that measure the most important functions, such as heart rate and oxygen saturation. There's a gas mask. A first aid box. That's a bunk bed, in case someone needs intensive medical care. There is a stethoscope. Doctor, look what lies here.
How did these get here? Gosh darn it, I'll have to disinfect them again.
Off I go now.
You have to rest and stay put. Your poisoning must be taken seriously. You have to remember what you had.
One thing is clear. The death of Osip Gerasimov was no accident. The real question is, did they want to eliminate me as well? And of course, who was it?
Mrs. Sokolova, if you do not want to stay in the infirmary, then have a proper rest in your room at least. It's important that you take this medicine here. 3 times a day. We don't want your condition to get worse. I will leave it for you here on the table.
Thank you very much.
Ah, Yegor Sergeyevich.
Doctor?
Yegor Sergeyevich, can you tell me what happened to the sailor?
I'm so sorry you had to witness that. A stupid accident, nothing more. The sailor, Gerasimov. I'm sorry. He didn't make it. He should have refilled the extinguisher gas. Very poisonous.
That is horrible. Are you sure it was an accident?
Completely sure. But you don't need worry. You are safe here. That was just bad luck. I mean, that accident and that you had to find poor Gerasimov? The doctor is right. Get some rest. I will inform the captain.
Thank you. No, I won't take anything. Maybe later. That should be Osip's cabin. I hope I'll find more information on who he collaborated with. I did look at that already. Wait a moment. There was a very... something... There's a key card among the books here. Let's see where this one fits. Apart from that, the books seem unsuspicious. Just books. Oh, the doctor isn't here. A small scalpel. It's very sharp. Wound powder for topical application and burns. I might need some. There should be more evidence or clues here. The sailor has probably received the order to repair the door that I ruined. I'm sorry about the door.
If I had to save my butt, I would have done exactly the same thing. All the work you've done here, my respect, lady. But now the door opens again.
How can it be that a door can no longer be opened from the inside?
Well, quite simply because one can lock this door from both sides. If one side is blocked, you can't open it from the other side. Unless, of course, methods like yours were used.
Does this mean that someone locked the door from the outside when I was there?
It's more likely that it was accidentally locked from the bridge. In the event of an accident, the bridge needs to be separate sections of the ship.
Can it be caused by a system failure or something like that?
Possibly, but I really don't know any more details about it. You'll have to ask the first officer for that. He will investigate it and certainly find the reason.
This is a torn button from an officer's jacket. Gerasimov had it in his hand. The button that Osip had in his hand, which came from an officer's jacket.
I'm now finished with the repairs. Goodbye.
That is the broken canister that was the source of the gas leak. You can see signs that pliers were used on the connection piece. It was heavily damaged. No wonder this canister is so leaky. There are a lot of fingerprints on the canister. I think I should back them up before the canister is disposed of. That's one of the few tables in this world that is used hundreds of meters below the surface. A refrigerator that sailors can use freely. A refrigerator operated by the nuclear power reactor, which is located 50 meters away. I don't want to sit right now. The couch is particularly ugly. Somehow reminds me of the wheels in a hamster cage, toys to keep people calm. This is a small rubber band. The band is still in good condition. The wound powder is now on the fingerprints. So if it has to be, let's cut a few hairs with this scalpel. Hairbrush. A small, handmade brush. Yeah, this looks good. The fingerprints are clearly visible. The wound powder adheres well. The fingerprints are now on the tape. Well, one cut, and I've already removed the cover of the card. The cover is multi-layered. If I unstitch it carefully, I will get a large area for many fingerprints. What? That's the circuit board, which I dismantled and passed to the weapons officer. What's it doing here? Yes, here is a good fingerprint. The powder is now on the fingerprint. This is a very good fingerprint. Now I will have to pull the fingerprint with the tape. No, that does not make sense. I should leave the circuit boards here, otherwise someone would accuse me of stealing it. Oh, the doctor isn't here. More gas containers may be here. I can't find good fingerprints here. I'm not. The sticky tape adhered to the dark background. The fingerprints are clearly visible. I need fingerprints from some more people on board. The door is locked. A blank sheet of paper. It's really empty. Yes, here is a good fingerprint. The powder is now on the fingerprint. This is a very good fingerprint. Now I will have to pull the fingerprint with the tape. The weapons officer is still in his room. I can't walk in there like that. There's not much room for decoration, but say damn, now it sticks to my fingers. This is a strong adhesive tape. Good old balalaika. Have not played it since the military academy. Can I lure Leonid out of his cabin with this? It's worth a try. That's not exactly easy, but with a bit of patience. If Leonid leaves his room now, the tape could avoid the door closing completely. I should hide somewhere. I can hide behind that door.
You're torturing my ears! Stop that at once! I told you before, no strumming in front of my door. One more tone and I...
Poor guy, but at least it worked. And what now? Finally! Bread and butter? Thanks for the invitation, but I've eaten already. As wrinkled as his shirt is, this clothes hanger is merely for decoration. Korabernikov will be surprised when he wants to put his uniform up. No thanks. The borscht from the harbor canteen still lies heavy in my stomach. Let's see. Just bread, butter, and a bread knife. A small bread knife. Come on, and here we go, a coin. Let's see what's in there. These notes have been torn apart. I should reassemble them. Damn it! What is this? The first two names are crossed out, and my name is third on the list. Damn it! What is this? The first two names are crossed out, and my name is third on the list. The air treatment unit supplies the entire submarine with... Wait a moment. There is something behind the grid. I can't remove the grid with my bare hands. I don't believe this will work. A 1 ruble coin from 1997. The coin fits into the screw slots. That way I can remove the grid. There is a little box behind the grid. Damn! My arms are too short to reach the box. I'll need something to pull it out with. Let's go fishing. Ah, now I can throw my hook behind the box. This is a small cardboard box. What the hell do we have here? A night vision device? A gun, of course with ammunition. A military phone. This is a night vision device. A GSH-18 semi-automatic. Small, yet effective. 9x19mm ammunition for the handgun. I can't find good fingerprints here. Yes, here is a good fingerprint. The powder is now on the fingerprint. This is a very good fingerprint. Now I will have to pull the fingerprint with the tape. Well, no. No, that does not make sense. I don't believe this will work. Damn, my... Oh, the doctor isn't here. Yes, here is a good fingerprint. The powder is now on the fingerprint. This is a very good fingerprint. Now I will have to pull the fingerprint with the tape. Something has changed here. The medicine was somewhere else earlier. It's better not to take anything. Well, no. I would like to test whether it has changed. Yes, this matches. Osip has been working with this gas cylinder. Yes, this matches. Yes, this matches. Leonid Korebernikov touched the gas bottle. Yes, this matches. The fingerprints of the weapons officer was on the bottom of the bottle. The fingerprint of Yegor Sobolev matches the one that was on the damaged piece from which the gas leaked. I don't have the captain's fingerprints. I should get them.